Lights. So we're going to give you a short little presentation here and talk about various parts of Going Rogue, the stuff that we are able to talk about. Throughout the weekend, there's various panels where we're going to go into more detail on all these things. Please check your schedules and make your schedules accordingly to attend the panels that you want to see. So first, we'll talk a little bit about the Going Rogue system. This is what happens and how you make your character transfer from being a hero to a villain or a villain to a hero. One of the things I want to point out is that this is not a light switch. This is not a $30 charge. This is just something. This is something you experience and you actually go through. We've designed moral missions around the concept of a hero falling from grace or a villain redeeming themselves. So a hero that's falling is a vigilante. Vigilantes, they feel they're above the law. You know, they really have their own sort of code that they abide to. Characters from comics that you may recognize would be the Punisher and even Batman to a certain degree. They are able to go to the Rogue Isles. They are still considered heroes, but they are able to team up with villains while they're in the Rogue Isles. But I do need to point out that the black market's only for the villains. And a villain that's trying to redeem themselves is a rogue. Some classic rogues you may have heard of would be like Lando Calrissian, Catwoman, maybe Sarah Palin, I don't know. And the same sort of rules apply. While your villain is a rogue, you can go to Paragon City, team up with heroes, and do missions with them. But of course, Wentworth's check ID. So we've added a couple new signature characters and really brought to the forefront one of our sideline characters and made him a signature character with the Going Rogue expansion. We wanted to exemplify the concept of a hero going bad or a villain turning good, and feature the new power sets we're going to have in the game as well. At 3 p.m. on today in this room, the Fur Room, we're going to have a panel all about the new characters, how they came about, show you a bunch of the early concept art, things like that. So if you can attend that one, I would recommend it. Or the other panel that's at that time is also really cool. So this is Maelstrom. He is our signature fallen hero. He's sort of our homage to John Woo and Cyberpunk. He's just a badass with two pistols. A blaster, as he should be. And then we have Desdemona. She is our redeeming villain. And I must say that summoning villains in hot pants has never looked so good. And then this is Statesman's evil twin. Many of you have fought his armored and gussied up version in our high-end content, but this is what he looks like in his day job as Emperor Hulk. And then we have the Praetorian Guard. We've updated their looks for Going Rogue. We got some new concept art, and we built a few new models for them. This, of course, is Mother Mayhem, which is the Praetorian Sister Psyche. Cool. Neuron, who's the Praetorian Synapse, has gotten an update. I think Back Alley Brawler, the dev, is going to change his name to Marauder at some point. It's way cooler. So we have two new power sets in Going Rogue. We have Demon Summoning and Dual Pistols. So Demon Summoning is a Mastermind power set. We were either going to do this or Clown Summoning. But we decided to leave the silly stuff to the other superhero of the month. And then we have dual pistols. You'll notice that there are 3 archetypes that can use the dual pistol power set. This is one of the cooler new power sets we've done because we've added selectable ammo types, which basically change the aspect of both of the powers. And then we've got some new enemy groups because you guys all want new stuff to play.
Nice.
So these are the Seers, which is the psychic network of psychics that Mother Mayhem uses to monitor the city and make sure that everyone is cooperating and behaving appropriately. And then what happens when organized crime gets put down? Well, they organize even further. All of the gangs and organized crimes and yakuzas that are in Pretoria have banded together under one large crime syndicate. And then this is the resistance. These are the rebels in Pretoria. You as a player will have an opportunity to join the resistance and become part of their group. But of course, on the other side, we have the Pretoria Police Department, which is the first line of defense against the resistance. And we want to make sure that this is also an available career path for anybody who starts in Pretoria. And then we have the new Praetorian clockwork. And yes, these will be obtainable costume pieces. So what is Pretoria? Pretoria is several different zones, and it has a new storyline and a brand new tutorial being brought to the game to sort of modernize the entry-level experience that City of Heroes has. So when you start a new game, you'll be asked if you want to be a hero, a villain, or a Praetorian. If you choose Praetorian, you are not a hero or a villain. During the tutorial, you will be given the option of joining the resistance or becoming a loyalist. Nice. And that will basically set your tone for the types of missions that you get. But it's not set in stone because we are going rogue. There are many options throughout the early level experience for you to experience the other side. You rock. So now we're going to talk about the famous graphic upgrade. So we wanted to have a new level of graphic settings that take advantage of the high-end capabilities of the video cards that you're buying today. And we were fortunate enough to hire some Type R programmers who were able to make our dreams come true. And without, do you guys want to see it? Yes! I'm going to let the artist talk about that then. So I'll introduce now Ken Borst, who's the lead artist for the studio.
How you guys doing? I know it's going to be good when we bring in the art department. We got a lot of stuff to show you. We don't have a lot of time. I'll give you a little bit of prep before we get into the really fun stuff. The reason I'm here, I'm going to give you guys the first look that anybody's had at Pretoria and at the new Ultra Mode graphics upgrades that we've implemented for Going Rogue. So like Matt mentioned, Pretoria is a brand new space in the City of Heroes universe. So this is from the ground up. It has multiple zones and it spans epic storyline from 1 to 20. It's super cool stuff. When the team began working on Pretoria, we had kind of 3 things in mind. One, we wanted a compelling new entry point for COH. We want you to be able to invite your friends and say, hey, come look how cool this game is. Number 2, we want to build a city from the ground up to provide